Okay, I'm determined to get this mount to work. We're going to pick up Denise. Today is Thursday, September 26th, and we have 2 birthdays today. The first birthday is Stephanie Ross Brown's 40th birthday. Yay! And I'm still praying for your partner, Virginia. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. I almost said Virginia, but I mean Stephanie. Stephanie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I'm still praying for her, and I'm also praying for Jen, Janice Winthrow's daughter. She's having her surgery today, and she's also hoping to have a good recovery, so I'm praying for that. But today is Sydney. Sydney, yay! She's a true SSS because her birthday, her name, her first, middle, and last name is SSS. Today is her 9th birthday. Oh, 9 years old. You got your whole life ahead of you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sydney. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. My best friend growing up, her name was Sydney. And I always said when I was going to run away from home, I was going to live at her house because she had her own bathroom. Because she was the only girl, well, she had a sister, Jill. But they were the only girls of 2 girls and 7 boys. And so she got her own room, and she had her own bathroom. And whenever I would get mad at my mother and I'd run away from home, I'd go to Sydney's house, and I would tell Sydney, let's make up the bathtub to be a nice little bed. And we'd go and get sheets and blankets, and we'd put it in there. And then I'd pretend like I was going to live there forever and ever and ever. And then it would be time to go home, and Mrs. Lehman would say, okay, Sandy, you have to go home now. Pack up my stuff and go home. I only ran away for that little bit of time. But Sydney and I had such great times together. We really did. And then after graduation, we lost touch with each other, and she's never made a high school reunion or anything, and I haven't seen her since. But I have seen my other best friend, Sue, because I had 2 best friends. And Sue, her brother ended up marrying Bertie. They ended up getting divorced, but they were together. So, all right, here comes Denise. Slowly she turns, step by step, inch by inch, foot by foot. Here she comes. There, now you're not in the dark.
I'm sort of in the darkness, but that's okay.
There we go.
Makes me look thinner.
Oh, look, I got a big Band-Aid on my side of my face.
We're so critical.
Whiplash. I have whiplash. we're so...
Whatever.
You know what? Where do we get our competitive streak from?
I think my mom.
Probably.
Yeah. I think she was competitive with her sisters.
And
so that's where we learned it.
Yes, we did. She was very competitive.
Yeah.
Especially when they played card games.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it could get bloody.
Yeah.
Not technically bloody, but
yeah.
But my mother lived with me for 15 years, and then Denise had her for the last 6 months of her life.
9 months, but okay.
Was it 9 months?
Yeah.
Okay, 9 months.
I remember. Sorry.
No, it was 6. We'll argue this point afterwards.
We'll argue it after it was 9.
You don't need to see it. It'll get bloody.
It'll get bloody.
It'll get bloody. But
I think the person who lived it remembers it more.
I lived it too.
But you lived your portion.
Like Pee Wee Herman. You don't have to tell me that. I lived it.
I remember that.
But anyway, her dog is my mother's reincarnation.
Yes, she is. In and out, in and out. Can't sit still, can't sit still.
My mother
Where are we going? What's happening? Where are we going? In and out, in and out. Yeah.
My mother would be sitting in a chair, and she'd just bolt up and get her purse, and she'd be out the door, and she'd come back with a pair of socks.
Yes, just because she had to go do something.
I'm
very much that person, yeah.
I figured out that's why I have my fetish for socks.
Oh, I don't have a fetish for socks, but I do go to Joann's just to buy one thing with my 40% off coupon. I'll spend $3, but you know what? I got a deal. Bye.
After I got done spraying, I figured, I wonder if this causes cancer in birds.
Jim sprayed for weeds right by my birds.
Who told me to do it?
I didn't say to get it by my birds. You got to get away from the address. You don't want my people to know where we live. You're concerned about that.
It don't bother me.
Doesn't bother me.
Half of them know where you live anyways.
We've had people overnight. And I showed them, Anita, that, I forget her name, Skinny Jeans, Davida? Is her name Davida? Was at your house. And so I told them, I'm not the only one that opens up my house to people. But Jim's all ready to go up north. Look at him. He's got it all packed and ready to go. He was going to leave tonight, but he's got to wait till tomorrow morning because tonight's our date night. And he looks forward to that every month. Oh, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. That sounded rude, didn't it? Now that he's killed my birds. I wanted to give a big shout out to Sue over at Sue Slims Down. She's hit Wonderland today. I told you, Sue, I knew you were going to do it. I knew you were going to do it. Now just get a couple more pounds, at least get a pound off of that so that it's a little bit more secure. She's 199.8, but you know what? There's no 2 in that number, so that's good. So go over to her channel and give her a big congratulations because she's lost 78 pounds. She's 3.4 pounds ahead of me now. But I didn't get weight, I get weight on Saturday, so technically that's from last Saturday. So we're going to wait till Saturday to see how far she really is ahead of me. It was a beautiful walk, a little breezy, but okay, let's go and drink some water. Okay, we're going to eat breakfast now. I'm going to drink out of the cup that Joan gave me because she gave me some tea that I'm going to try, and I'll let you know how I liked it. I started my day with a prayer. I drank 50 ounces of water. My quote is, all I want to achieve is the possible. I will never give up. 23 smart points, 4 points for a half a cup of dry oatmeal, 1 point for a quarter cup of 2% milk, and 0 for egg, berries, tea, and water. I did have an apple after I came out of the gym class with 32 ounces of water. But this is my breakfast. Okay, I want to make a smart choice when I go out to eat tonight, so I'm going to eat a little snack before I go. I'm going to have a grapefruit and a banana, another cup of tea. It's 0 points. I forgot to tell you my breakfast was 5 points, but I had 18 points left. I still have 18 points left for my dinner. I'm going to have a grilled chicken for 0, but I'm going to count it as 5 just because I don't know how they make it. And then garlic mashed potatoes for 5. And a side salad, and I'm bringing my own dressing for 3, so my dinner is going to be 13 points. And let's face it, I'm probably going to have a dinner roll, so that's 5. So I'm going to hit right on my nose of 18 points. Well, I just got back from eating out, and I'm glad I wore a long sleeve shirt because it was cold in there. They had the air on really kicking high. With the first place they wanted to sit us in the bar. 2 of us are on canes, not me, but 2 of my friends are on canes, and they wanted to put us on a high top, and I go, oh, we can't sit there because they're like walking on a cane. So then there's 7 of us, and they put us in a booth for like 6. I said, no, we're not going to fit. So then they found another one, and they put a chair on the end, so that worked out perfect. But my dinner was delicious. They screwed up my order though. Which turned out being good in my favor. But I had ordered a California chicken, which is a grilled chicken breast that has pico sauce on it, 1 slice of provolone cheese, and a slice of avocado on top. And then for the side, I picked garlic mashed potatoes. But what they brought me was steamed broccoli. And I usually don't like to get the steamed broccoli because it's usually too soft. I like it like hard, my broccoli. And I said, no, I ordered the potatoes. And she says, well, the potatoes weren't done yet, so we brought you the broccoli as a substitute. And I said, oh, okay, whatever. And then I got a side salad with honey mustard dressing on the side. I forgot to bring my dressing. I had it in the refrigerator and everything, and I was going to bring it. I forgot it. And then I had an iced tea and a glass of water. And then just started eating, and she says, oh no, the potatoes were done. So I had some potatoes too. I'm going to figure my dinner was 15 points. It was about a half a cup of mashed potatoes and the slice of cheese with the grilled chicken and the grilled. I asked them how the broccoli was made. She says steamed, and I go, did they put anything on it? She says, no, they just steam it. So it was good. It really was good. And then we had a good time. And we were a little bit, I thought we were going to be late. They had call ahead seating, so I called ahead and made a put our name in. So when we got there, we were able to sit down right away. But David called in a panic, and he says, Grandma, I've just been in a car accident. And I said, oh my God, are you okay? And he said, yes, I'm fine. He said, but the guy doesn't want me to call the police. He wants me to just give him $2,500. And then he said that he would just leave it at that. I said, oh no, David, we're calling the police. And he says, well, he said that it would be better if I didn't because I'm going to get a ticket and everything else. And I said, David, call the police. I says, if you don't call the police, I'm going to call the police. This guy's pulling a scam on you. He's taking advantage of you because you're a kid. I said, I don't think he has insurance. And so David says, oh, okay. So then he said to the guy, he says, well, my grandma says I should call the police. And the guy, I could hear him. He says, you don't need to call the police. I said, David, call the police. So then Jim and I drove up there because we were just getting ready to leave to go out to eat anyhow. And he called his mom, and his mom was getting there. She got there about the same time we did. And David hardly has any damage to his car. I mean, it's the front end on the right side, a little bit of fender. It'll be thousands to fix because it's like the way they make cars nowadays. But it's just like the front right bumper on his car is a little, I mean, his car is still drivable. But the other guy, because he rear-ended him, the back end was smashed in. But I personally think that the guy probably had some kind of damage beforehand. And then when the police came and they were taking the reports and everything, they didn't give David a ticket, and they told David he could leave. And so then Cindy went over to tell the police, well, we need the exchange insurance information so that we can file a claim. And the police officer said, no, you just need wait for the police report. Well, the police report will describe everything that's going on. That'll be available tomorrow. You can pick that up tomorrow. And she says, well, I wanted to exchange insurance. And he said, no, you can just go. So when we were leaving, the other guy was still detained and another police officer arrived. So I don't know for 100% certainty, but it seems to me that he probably didn't have insurance. I think that there was probably damage to the car beforehand, but we'll never know. And so David has full coverage, and so I said, David, you have full coverage. I mean, your premiums are going to probably go up because you had an accident. But he can't come. He said he's going to sue me. I said he can't. Even if he sues you, he'll sue your insurance company because you have insurance, and so you don't need to worry. So he says, oh, okay. He said, but so that's my car. I said, I understand. I completely understand. So, other than that, I had a good day. Stayed on plan. I ate very light early on so that I could have my extra points for my dinner. I know I'll have a gain. I don't weigh myself anyhow, so that's why I was glad we went on Thursday, because I'll have a gain tomorrow morning. I'll feel a little bloated because of the sodium, because they always have sodium and things at the restaurants. But other than that, it was a good day. I got my walk in, got my water walking in. I feel good. So, I've never seen on Big Brother a winner so miserable, and because he won, or she won, whoever it is that won, in case you haven't watched it yet. But I did like the ending of the show because it addressed some issues that really did bother me during the season, and I thought it was good to point out to them to realize what they were doing, and to give them a clue to go back and look at the videos of the season and see exactly what people were talking about, and see you didn't display your best behavior. So I guess that's it for now. See you guys in the morning. Okay, I did remember what I wanted to say. Joan, I did love that tea. It was very good. It was really, really good. I couldn't put my finger on the taste of it, though. I couldn't figure out exactly what it tasted like to me. But it tasted good. Thank you.